Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games, and I'll hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you'd like to see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2019, Pro Cyclist Stage Racer, episode number 15. It's the 20th of August now, and we're starting to get a decent amount of news coming in regarding riders. Sagan moving, Movistar, picking up Thomas. EF Education also picking up Lopez. Landa going to Astana. Ineos taking Simon Yates. Kruiswijk going to Movistar. And Sepp Van Mark going to Arkea Samsic, making them even stronger. That team's a real threat for World Tour status with another quality rider or two. No contract offers yet. We've got the GP Stad Zurgem, 194k, mostly flat, but it is a classic, cobbled classic, and you can see the cobbled section is actually pretty steep, and we're going to hit it 4 times. It looks like you go up and over top and possibly back down a little bit. That is going to be difficult for somebody with a 57 cobbled rating, so chances are this is not my day, but we'll jump in just before the first cobbled section. With 57 kilometers to go, full group together other than 7 riders off the front, they still have a minute 45, so they might not be the easiest to catch at this point. We are coming up on the first cobbled section. It's only a 2-star section, but it is uphill. How steep is it? Oh, it's very steep, so the climbing part is going to be a factor, and we're actually into it right now. You can't see it, it's right here in this town. There we go. Very skinny. You can see that it is so easy to get caught behind in this mess and get dropped. So positioning is going to be vital the 4 times that we go through here, and you could see many splits happening, especially over the top there. So it's not severe, but the climbing is, and the width is, and you can see at the moment I'm actually in a peloton of just 15 riders as the field is splitting fairly relentlessly, and at the moment I'm well ahead of everybody else. You can see the gaps are not small, actually. I expect things to come back together as a group catches us, and then there you go, they lead on and keep pushing, and it'll pull us back to the 10 off the front, which I was in that, so that's just the first time through. So I expect plenty of fireworks in the times to come. I'm terrible on cobbles with that 57 rating, and you can see how tired I am after just one. But of course, some of that fatigue is because I spent 40k off the front working for the team. So that part's done. We got 41 riders now together. That next group behind, they're still a minute and a half down, and we've got a couple of our riders there, and it's just blinking red on an 88, so pace is quite hot. You've got a little bit of a high point here, but in terms of degree of change, it's very minimal. You can see at the low point, we're 2.9, just flashing above that for just a moment as we get ready to head back in again next time around, and those riders never came back. They're still a minute and a half behind, so this could be it already. Just 41 riders to contest, and that makes me the go-to for the team, and I'm already fatigued, so this is not so good. Gotta make sure I don't get shuffled. Don't get shuffled. Race official absolutely getting in the way here. That car should not be on this road. And definitely not amongst the riders. But you see how fatigued it is making me try to get over the top of this, and this was just the second time through, so this could be a difficult day. I have a feeling I will definitely get dropped. Peloton now 29 riders. We do have 4 that are right there off the front, but we've already caught them. What's left ahead of us are the remnants of the break. So we now have 25 riders giving chase. The breakaway itself is actually out to an even larger lead than what they had earlier, as the peloton not chasing very hard. So this is worrying that the breakaway could come away with this one today. There's the names in there. It's not big names at all. But I'm certainly not giving chase, and I don't have any teammates to do the same. So I might have to use my gel for the next time over, because it looks like I'm not recovering at all. So that resistance of 63 is definitely not suitable yet, and that cobble rating of 57 is just putting a hurting in every time we go over. It looks like I'm actually running out of energy now. I better use that gel before it runs out completely. Back off here a bit. I'm gonna get dropped this time. Come on. Ease off. Let that heart rate come down. I'm looking at a possible top 25. There's a slight recovery starting to happen, largely thanks to the gel. But here we come up on it, and I'm going backwards real quick, because this is gonna. Oh, and it ran out right at that moment. Oh, pace not bad this time. That's good. I think we're gonna really split the group here, though. Come on. See how slow I am? There's a split. Big split.
Their front group is disorganized, and some riders are exploiting this opportunity to attack.
13 riders ahead. So I'm in the back half of this group, just surviving. Get water one last time here. Don't drop too far back. All those guys are still off the front. They're a minute 12 behind, so they pulled back time. My group essentially stayed the same distance behind. We've got Odd Christian Eiking, Simon Geschke, Postelberger, Lars Boom, but the favorites, Christophe Laporte. Ooh, they've got an attack. Kung, Os, Kampenarts, Hershey, De Boist.
The finish line is getting close. The riders have just passed the 15 kilometers road sign.
That's the Laporte group. We've nearly caught up to them. That's good. This part's not. I'm just hanging in there. I'm about to get dropped, aren't I? Yep. He got dropped and he was in between. So now we're just riding together.
Watch out, a team leader is falling behind.
I'll attack the climb at 99. Just get over as fast as I can. Try to get a little bit of energy recovery here by Wasselman. And I'll just go my pace. Bax is in. No, Bax is not in the group behind me. So I'll still be on my own here. These two are not. They've been lapped. So these two are way behind.
There are two schools of thought on riding cobbled sections. Some will try to stay in the middle, while others will take to the sides, practically on the grass. It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps. A rider has just fallen.
No energy, so I go backwards.
Another puncture. Your riders really should pay more attention to their choice of tires. Several riders are on the ground, but it doesn't look too soon.
That's the last time through. We've got 6K to the finish. The unfortunate thing here is I'm riding alone at the moment, so I'll be caught here in just a moment by this group behind, so we'll try to just stay on as best we can and ride with them to the end. It's group A12 on the road now as things are split up all over the place. I think I'm definitely outside of the top 25. And there's no reason why I should be really any higher as we get towards the end.
Congratulations. He resisted the
Christophe Laporte gets up to second, so they did catch the breakaway. But Janssen takes the win, Daniel Oss takes third, Stefan Kuhn, Postelberger, Hershey, De Boist. Comes our attacks. No, don't go 99. Just go 90. And then, there you go, sprint, give it what you can. We got caught by another group just before the line here. 40th. It's top 50, I suppose. It's not bad for somebody with a 57 cobbled rating. That was on their own, that worked for the team. And none of the teammates have come in yet. 74th is the next best. That was a pretty difficult section. I mean, if you have a decent cobbled rating, if you're high 60s or low 70s, you can get through it okay because it was only 2 stars. But that combined with the uphill, it definitely did the damage, and we saw the splits, especially with how skinny that road was. It's a good race. It was a fun race. I'm starting to appreciate the cobble races more and more. I've never used that cobbled rider until I have that new cobbled series, the Classics rider. I'm really looking forward to that one because I love Paris-Roubaix. That is such an amazing race, and it'll be nice to compete for Paris-Roubaix, for the other types of classics, you know, Liège, Bastogne-Liège, and so on. Something different than the normal. This being the normal, but dang it, I want that Tour de France victory. If you watch my PCM 18 series, you know that the hunger, the desire is still there. I've taken second in one Grand Tour. I've won the Vuelta a couple of times in that 18 series, and then just struggled like crazy at the Tour de France. So there's work to be done. Alright, this race I'm going to do a little bit differently than what the normal is. Instead of showing you the ending, which is always the most exciting part that most people care about, and that's what we typically do, it's a sprint stage. My role? Teammate. And work at the head of the group for 30 kilometers. AKA 38 kilometers to get the excellent rating, which is 25% of this total, which is technically 7.5. Round up. So add 8, that means 38 kilometers is what I need to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select relay, and generally I have found 67 is enough to be a worker. 68 is enough to go front. And you can see that, there you go, 68, I've gone front. Chances are that guy's not going to come back up. If he does, I can push to 69, and that's probably going to be enough to overtake him. I'm starting to pick up kilometers. You only get credit when you're totally at the front. So I'm just going to ride at the front for 38 kilometers. Now, that's a lot of riders attacking, trying to get into the breakaway today. And in those moments as they attack, I'm not technically on the front, so I'm only slowly accumulating right now. But once that breakaway gets established, and with a pace of 68, it's not that hard to get off the front. Especially with somebody of a flat rating of 62. And no breakaway at the moment, but we're slowly picking it up. 5 kilometers now. A lot of people want to be in that breakaway today. There you go, that's 8. So this is my goal for the day. This is my stage for the day. I ultimately don't care what's going to happen in the end. Even just being in the top 25 will be about all that I could pull off, and that'll just come from attacking in those final kilometers. But the sprinters will occupy easily that top 15 or so spots. 18K done. Breakaway still trying to form. There's the latest attack. But meanwhile, we're up to 23K. And the field's starting to pick it up, but they let off for now. Ride within the pack. That one's riding in the pack, and that one's riding in the pack. Interesting that none of them are off the front. But there you can see I'm at the front now. We have a 100% work objective. But again, you can actually get to 125 to get that excellent rating instead of just goal accomplished. So there is that secret additional objective, and it's at 25% more as each stage ticks off at every 25%. And there you go. That's 8 kilometers. That's enough. We back off. Our job is done for the day. Now, any pop-up that's going to come the rest of the stage, hey, don't leave me out in the cold, protect me, or chase that group down. I've done my job. I've done what the boss has asked me to do. It doesn't matter what the riders ask you to do. With that, my day is done. I'm just cruising home to the finish now, and I'll see if I can finish in the top 25 at the end, but that'll be only just and very insignificant. So we're going to move on to the next race, and with at least a week to go until the next race, maybe, just maybe, I'll have a break before going into the next race with some type of news regarding contracts. At least, actually, there definitely will be one, because I'm sure others will be signing contracts with various teams, either extending or moving on to another team, so I'll give you an update on those as well. But hopefully there's an update on my status in there somewhere as well. Alright, so it's 27th of August. We still have a few days till the next race. But my first 3 offers have all come in within the last 24 hours. I don't know how many more offers I might get. I mean, there was a day in between these 3 offers, so they didn't all happen at the exact same time, which I actually love. This is a lot more realistic than in the past. It doesn't all happen at once. I have not seen the offers yet. We're going to do the reveal together. Contract page, there are 3 offers in place. Caja Rural, the latest, the other 2. Looks like, oh, this is how long I have to respond. Okay, I have not looked closely at the details there, but Nippo, Vinny Fantini, Caja Rural has given us an offer, so that's already a good sign. This is a Continental Pro team. Squad looks pretty good at 2.5 stars. They have, it's an Italian team, Leonardi, Marco Canola, Juan Jose Labato. I know Leonardi somewhat, but they've offered a 1-year contract for a healthy amount and 33 points per season. Now this is my skill level on the contract stuff. Rally has offered us 44 points per season, the same evaluation, the same money. And they have Brandon McNulty, which would be a nice teammate, but of course he is a stage racer. That is his specialty. So that wouldn't necessarily be the best mix. But then the one we've been waiting for, Caja Rural, has given us an offer. The points did not change. So they were prepared way back in, what was that, April, when this first unlocked. They were prepared to offer us 15 points a season. They just weren't really very interested. But now that interest level has risen. It's actually even gone into the green. We have ourselves that offer. And the offers, you can see, are the same across the board. 24-5. So what I'm seeing of this, what I'm making sense of this with this new contract model in Pro Cyclist mode for PCM 19. Of course, it's the first time I've gotten this far into the game to see what this is. That's how it works. So your evaluation is ultimately the same. The points are going to be labeled there from the get-go, which means I'm not going to have a lot of points for the upcoming season. However, Caja Rural, a Spanish team known for strong climbing. That is their area of strength, which means for a stage racer like myself, if I could become a team leader with Caja Rural, I'll have a lot of good support riders in the climbs, in the stage races. And that's why I picked Caja Rural as my next destination, and they have offered up a contract. Main riders under contract for 2020: Christian Rodriguez, Jonathan Restrepo, Alex Aranburu. Restrepo, I definitely know. Rodriguez, I kind of know. But this is a team known for climbing. That was the reason for it, and here we are. We've got the offer, and I'm going to go ahead and accept. So we have got ourselves signed up. Of course, I had time to sign that contract, but I'm not going to wait. They came in with the offer I wanted. That's who I wanted. So there you go. We have our team set for next season. We're going to be moving on up to Continental Pro. Next race is another cobbled one with climbs, and this time it's 8 plus a finishing climb. So it is classified hills. I will definitely not be the team leader with my wonderful cobbled rating. So we'll probably be putting in work again, but we'll join up on the later stages of this one just to see the action. Into the GP Sharon's, this is the one with the 8 cobbled sections, the uphill, and we've just started the race. We still have 204.3 kilometers to go. But the assignment today, Berdur, they want me in the breakaway for 140 kilometers and to go for it that way. No team leader today. I actually have a pretty decent look at my teammates now. And I have all of their attributes unlocked, and none of us are good on cobbles. My rating's pitiful at a 57, but the best on the entire team is a 65. So they are almost equally pitiful when it comes to their cobbled ratings. The one advantage that I have, and literally the only advantage I have, is the mountain, hills, and downhill ratings that are much better, and the acceleration compared to my team. That just about makes up for the difference in the weakness in cobbles. Unlike the last race, though, these cobbled sections are definitely longer. And there's the back-to-back nature, and the uphill nature, and the uphill finish. All of that's going to contribute to, well, me ultimately getting my butt kicked. But the objective? Breakaway. So I just moved to the front. We're literally 300 meters in. I was in a pretty good position at the start of this race, about 15th wheel, and I easily got to the front. So now that I have that opening, we're going to go ahead, attack on Buzz, and we're going to ride into the break today. I'm not the only one taking off right now. It's kind of a bad thing depending on how the field decided to give chase to this. Mestra Masayuk. First 3 out, 3 more, a 4th, all on their way. And we've got a good little gap already, actually. Minute 20 to the peloton. It looks like there's 8 riders giving chase. Our gap is holding. So far, they have not closed the gap to us. But it does appear that these 11 riders could and should make it. Decker is in the second group, so I'll have a teammate up here with me. -1 for the race day condition, but all it's affecting is the Barradur. Oops, I attacked anyway. Barradur is an AI rating. It's not your rating. It means nothing to a pro cyclist. It means something in career mode, but even then it doesn't mean anything when you're controlling the riders. It's an AI figure and nothing more, and it suggests how often that they would attack, how often that they would be a Barradur if given that assignment. So somebody with a higher rating is more likely to try to form a breakaway, is the simple breakdown of what that attribute means. Downhill's got a -1, so that's not as good as it was, but the hills and the mountains are +1. I'll take that over the downhill. I don't need to attack the downhill, I just need to be able to not get dropped on the climb. The group behind have caught us, so there you go, 11 riders. And the gap is about the same as to what it was, so we'll see if it's going the right direction right now. Out to a 1.5 minutes. I'm seeing a big acceleration now that the group's here together. Decker looks like he's just hanging on here. Yeah, there you go, 2 minutes. So yes, it has worked. We've made it into the break. And we can focus on that race strategy. We've got a long ways to go. Let's see, that's 123 from where we're at, plus an extra 35 for the excellent rating. That's 175, so that's 155-ish to go, and we've got 184 till the end. So that's all but the last 30K to get the excellent rating for the day, which means we're really trying to just take this as close to the end as possible. Gap's opened up to 3 minutes, and we've taken our foot off the gas as well. So it'll be time for recovery. Let's go ahead and go motorbike and speed this puppy up because it's going to be a nice, long, slow ride from here. Decker and I both in the group, we've got a chance at a little something, and I do have control over Decker here. So I am given leadership status over him, meaning I could, after a while, technically sit on and let him work. For now, I'll contribute. $25%, so we'll at least get some points for the day. Got a little double camera action going on. Race official there as well. Nice thing about having Decker here, I didn't have to worry about water. Decker already took care of it. Now we've picked up the pace a little bit, but we're out to 5 minutes here, so the lead is looking good. Now back in the pack, Van Bokel, not looking well today. They've got some type of injury or illness. Vandenberg's got a -2. With Tema, Decline, have a -1. The only one looking good on that front is Vandenberg. And of course there's two Vandenbergs, and I don't know which one's which. One of them has one of the 65 ratings on the cobbles, so hopefully it's that M. Vandenberg, so that he's got a chance to have a somewhat successful day. Pack seems to have picked up the pace a little bit as the lead is down to 4:18 right now. But over this punchy little section, we're opening it back up a little bit. For now, I don't mind still contributing and putting in some work, though we're seeing some shuffling around here, and there's quite a few riders that, for a little bit there anyway, did not want to contribute. My guess is one rider decided they didn't want to contribute, the others protested. Well, you're not working, so I'm not going to work either. Pace is picked up. Decker clearly has a better flat rating than I do, as it requires less effort from him to actually be in the fold. Leads at 3 minutes and 40 seconds with 93 kilometers left. Continue to push at times 4 speed. More than halfway through the stage, and we are well over a good distance to that mark. And it should have been, let's see, 35, so shouldn't we have just had the red pop up for 75%? Oh, it would have had it at 105. I missed it. Just I noticed at about 109, 110 where we were. Alright, now here in the next little bit, I think I'm going to become a passenger in this group and let Decker do the work. As we are approaching that first section, so I'm no longer going to contribute. And let's go ahead and take that smarter view here for the game itself. Times 2 speed, and here we go. This first one, it is uphill, but it's not bad uphill. 2-star rating, just 1K in length. You can see that I'm really bad though. Cobble rating, I'm nearly about to get dropped here. Jeez, I'm so slow on those cobbles. I'm going to keep pushing forward here because the second one's right away, and this will put me in a better position. I'm not trying to attack the group at all. I'm just trying to make sure that I do not get dropped, because you saw how close that came to be in a reality there on the first section. The second section, it appears to also be 2-star. It's a little bit longer. It's 1.3K, but it's not as steep. And there you go. Back to being a passenger. And that's once through. And that's actually it. So that is not as severe as the last one. A, it's wider. B, it's only 2 stars, which is the same as the last one. But C, the climbs are not severe. It's not 10% gradient hardcore action. So it should be a little bit easier to hang in there, stay in the group. But I've got to make sure I maintain the effort I need. Now, oh, there goes my day. And Decker was caught in it too. And we're already a minute 20, minute 30 behind. So Decker goes down, takes me and De Gea's with... there goes my task. We met our objective. I don't know if we're going to continue to log anything because we are technically in a break, but we're not in the front group anymore, and we are 2 minutes behind. So at this point, there's no hope in that regards, and no, we are not accumulating kilometers any longer. And at 2 minutes behind, we are definitely not going to catch them. We do have a minute and a half over the peloton, which the entire rest of the team is still there, so it still gives us a slight advantage on the day. But our race is absolutely ruined with Decker's fall going around that corner and taking me down with him. So Decker hit the deck, and here we go.
Section is a technical exercise. That's why some specialists don't hesitate to reconnoiter a route several times.
I'll speed this up as well, quiet period here. Decker doing the work. We're still a minute ahead of the peloton, but we're still 2 minutes, so our gap is not improving. Actually, now it's getting worse. We lost 15-20 seconds through this sector. Peloton shrinks, just 22 or 46 riders. I don't know which version of it you're seeing at any given moment, as they seem to be yo-yoing. Now they're coming back together. But we actually opened the gap, so we're out to 47, 49 seconds, so we're almost back up to where we were. We're about 15 seconds down on where we were a little bit ago. Closer to half a minute down. And that gap has closed by about 20 seconds. It looks like the breakaway could actually work today, which is really sad because, of course, we were in it, belonged in it, deserved to be in it. Well, here we go again. Third time through. Oh, did I say it was going to be 4 times? I'm looking at it right now, and it's clearly 5. Speed this back up here.
If it rains, a A rider's agility is far more important than when it's dry.
Peloton's getting close now, just 20 seconds. They're probably going to catch us this time, and I'm probably going to lose control of Decker. And actually, yeah, there you go. We're into the Peloton.
Given that the pack has increased its speed. The group is slowly thinning out due to such a frantic pace.
This is the second already, right? Yes.
I see a rider with a flat tire. It's happened at a very bad time. Holy cow, that was a fall.
Sure, I'm still in place here, and then relax. Okay, so Decker is the only one here, at least in the current iteration of the Peloton of 40 riders. He is trying to protect me now. He doesn't have to work at the front. That's positive. That's a good thing. It certainly helped me out a little bit, but he's been dropped, so now we're down to 34 riders. Breakaway still off the front. We're starting to catch two of the riders, just about anyway. 6 still off the front. Their lead has been cut in half. They had about 3 minutes over the Peloton. It's now down to a minute and a half.
The riders really have to be vigilant on this cobbled section. The vibrations really
I
take it
mean,
out of you.
amongst 29 riders is all that's left here contesting this out. So I'm in a good position in that regard. We still have this other section coming up here in just a moment. Continue to give decent effort just to have the good position. Not looking to attack, just trying to stay near the front, not slide backwards too much. Especially if there's a split. See Van Heck's going backwards. A lot of these guys are trying to put that pressure on, and we are seeing splits. Meanwhile, effort now. I'm just hanging on. 17 riders chasing 6. Their lead is down to just over a minute, but we are running out of time.
Another rider with a flat tire. The road is really treacherous.
Speed. Oh, there goes a group attacking off the front. This would be my time, but you can see that I just don't have the energy to do it. A lot of that's from being in the breakaway all day. I don't get the excellent rating. I stuck at the 146, but we get the good rating at least. And I'm still looking pretty good for a decent finish in this race. We're going to use our gel slightly before we hit that next section, but that's still a little ways away. So for now, we just try to sit on. I know, I need water, but I don't like the idea of a full water bottle. I still have no idea in this game whether a full water bottle increases your weight, whether that's taken into account. It probably isn't. It probably is not, but here we go. Let's use that gel. I probably should have used it about 1 or 2K ago, but we're ready for it now anyway. We're still 1.5K away from hitting it. Oh no, that's the next one. Now, I'm not in the best position this time, so that's not a good thing. But the group I'm in right now is not attacking, so that's good. Oh no, there they go. Now they're attacking. On the exit of it. Ooh, I made contact. Oh, and that's the Peloton back together. But, there you go, no energy. Out the back we go. Just 4K from the finish. Did they catch the break? I think they did. Now it's so hard to tell. Look how much gap I lost here. Bad cobble rating. No resistance left. 3K to the end. Wow, I am like crawling right now. Oh, that's because the finish. Torhus Sleen takes the win. Sinok takes second. De Jong third. Jean Tugels. Old Christian Eiking. Top 20 are in, and I'm going to be just outside of the top 25, I think. Maybe just in. 29th, just outside. So for a terrible cobble rating and spending the whole day in the break, and then losing out on the break because of a crash. 29th is a pretty dang good finish, and I'm happy with that. I'm definitely happy with that. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. We got our contract signed for next year. That was the big thing today, so very happy about that. It's a contract we wanted. I don't care about the money amount. Pro cyclists, I think that's one of those small things that could be implemented into the game. Very much cosmetic. Doesn't matter. But if they added just that small little piece of there's something to do with the money that you earn in-game. So many games have that little kind of stuff, where you buy outfits for yourself, or you buy a car or a house. Stupid stuff. But it adds that small little element. They don't have to have any impact on the game. Just be a little cosmetic thing. It adds to the pro cyclist realism factor of, something different, something for you. So, anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my Road to the Record.
And here are the race highlights
Bye for now.
selected for you.